Hey everybody, Anthony Alfredo here at the virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway on iRacing, giving you a Logitech G track lap in a little fixed race here, preparing for this weekend's real life race. We're going to get a good little launch in the restart zone here to fire off on the pole, try to get up through the gear as well and maintain this lead. First to second shift, we're going to hit third gear. We're going to pull fourth gear here in turns 1 and 2, and we'll be in high gear, ready to race. We were able to clear the outside lane. The bottom's coming with a run, so we're going to hold the bottom, let this guy push me. See the top's coming back with a little bit of a run. The bottom's a little more organized, and it's a shorter distance around, so it's pretty easy for me to maintain this. I can go up and block the top if I want. You don't want to get yourself hung out on the top of 3 wide or anything like that. But building these runs on the top side seems to work really well. In real life, we seem to work our way up to the top of the racetrack and even run the wall like this. It's important you side draft that bottom lane, kind of stall out their momentum. We're going to push this guy. There's really nowhere for us to go right now. The top lane doesn't seem to be fast enough for us to drive around him without a really big run. But right here, we might have the opportunity to push him clear of the bottom lane. He came down to block it, so that gave me the opportunity to get to his outside. We're actually 3 wide right now, so I'm just going to roll the top around him. We're back to 2 wide. He's all the way on the bottom of the racetrack. I can come down and side draft him just a little bit. Don't want to hold him too tight and cause an accident, but I stalled out his momentum. I've got to run. I'm hoping I can clear him, but looks like he's getting a push. You see I have no help in my mirror right now. We're back in traffic a little bit right here, so it's important we strategically place our Logitech G Chevrolet Camaro in the draft to build runs on the straightaway, defend against the runs behind us. The cars in front of us are a little bit spread out. They've kind of broken away, but they're not very organized. You see everybody's kind of stacking up. There's nowhere really to go. So what I'm going to do is push the guy in front of me as hard as I can to try to get him clear of these 2 cars outside of us. Got to lift a little bit because the draft is so strong. It's just towing me up to him, and I don't want to run into the back of him, at least too hard. It's okay to bump draft and push a little bit. Got to stay in line on the straightaways to get a little bit of a draft. Now the guy behind me's got draft on me, so he's pulling up to me, but I got to run, so I'm going to take it to the bottom. Looks like the leader's going to block it, so we're just going to have to pick him up here. Honestly, our best bet, instead of slowing each other down side by side, is to just stay in line and push. Had a really big run there. We're going to take it, and we're leading the race once again. So that's how we drive from the middle of the pack to the lead, get back out front, and take control of this race. Now we can just defend against the 2 lanes behind us to keep everybody side by side. Bottom's coming, so we're going to block that a little bit. Top got stalled out. If this guy clears the top, I expect him to make a move. Doesn't look like he's clear. The top's coming with a run here, so I'm going to pull up, block that run. You got to be aggressive with those. You got to time them well. You don't want to make it too early to where they can set you up and make another move, but you also don't want to make it too late and cause an accident. There is a rule, because this is considered a super speedway race, you cannot go below this red and white line, and with the quad oval, it's kind of tricky because you got to defend against your entry and exit without chopping that straightaway and giving yourself an awkward angle or having to check up and slow the car down. So managing that is important. You could use this line as your friend. Obviously, if I run right against it, no one's going to be able to get inside of me because they can't be any lower than that. But they can get to your outside, and the right rear is very sensitive to the side draft, so you're going to have to protect that. Hopefully this Logitech G track lap helps you get around Atlanta Motor Speedway on iRacing and give you some insight on what to expect this weekend in the real-life NASCAR races at the track.